Hi everybody, welcome to Dr Manny's YouTube Learn Shops. This Learn Shop is about leadership and teams. Now what we're going to do in this Learn Shop, we will review the concept of leadership, the styles of leadership, certain theories of leadership, the notion of mentoring and the concept of role modelling. So what then is leadership? A simple definition is that leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. I want to motivate you to look at my Learn Shops, and the common goal is that you might learn something. It's also a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. Well, who's a leader then? Well, a leader is a person in a group that possesses the combination of personality and leadership skills that makes others want to follow his or her direction. I want you to recommend these Learn Shops to other people. What's the importance of leadership? Why have it? Well, it initiates action, it inspires people, it motivates, guides, it creates confidence and coordinates, and it helps you plan effectively. So, this is for you. Which of the following do you consider are good leadership attributes? And you choose true or false. True or false? A leader is not afraid to make mistakes. That's true. True or false? Leaders blame others for their mistakes. That's false. True or false? Leaders try to make other people better. That's true. True or false? Leaders only work by themselves. That's false. True or false? Leaders help people when they are in trouble. That's true. True or false? Leaders, when they see a team member make a mistake, they say, "It's okay, try again." That's true. So, what then are good leader attributes? Good leader qualities consist of being kind, especially when someone makes a mistake. The leader says, "It's okay, you can try again." They help people when they're in trouble. They come up with solutions. They don't use violence. They're generous, honest. They don't waste products. They don't waste time. They're good listeners. They work with a team. They try to make other people better. They are actually clever. They always try their best. They're not afraid to make mistakes. They protect the community. They use their time well. That are good leader qualities. So, what are good leadership qualities in a nutshell? Let's reflect. They're honest. They do the right thing. They communicate effectively. They have a positive attitude, especially in negative situations. They delegate. They don't do it all by themselves. They're confident. It inspires people. They have commitment. They're creative. They inspire people. They inspire their team. They're empathetic. They accept accountability, whether right wrong, correct, incorrect. They're enthusiastic. They're focused with initiative. And I like this quote. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. They take responsibility. What are bad leader qualities, which I don't want to focus on too much because I'm into positive rather than negative. The bad leader qualities are that they demonstrate violence. They steal people's ideas. They don't protect other people. They only care about themselves. They lie. They're rude. They order people around and they blame other people for their mistakes. They don't protect the environment. They're selfish. And they aren't good at solving problems. They're not good listeners. They don't like to listen. They're afraid to look bad. And they're not smart usually. They're not usually smart people. They only work by themselves. They waste time. They make other people feel bad. Bad leader qualities. So, what are some of the leadership factors? And I've chosen this model, which is the follower leader communication situation tool. 4 factors. Followers are the actual persons who implement the ideas and the strategies of the leader. They assist and facilitate the leader to increase the effectiveness in the functioning of the organisation. And they're loyal to the leaders and honest in their actions towards the organisation. The leader sets a clear vision for the organisation and leads by example. He or she motivates and guides employees through the work process and builds morale. They communicate. Leadership communication is and consists of those messages from the leader that are rooted in the values and culture of an organisation and its values. Is two-way and mainly non-verbal and a form of role modelling. The manner of communication either builds trust or it creates harm. The situation. Remembering all situations are different, what is done in one situation may be different in another. For example, a teacher may face a student for failure to submit work on time. But this could be related to a work environment as well. The boss to the employee. But if the encounter is late or early, harsh or weak, the outcome may prove ineffective. Do you know any of these leaders? Do you admire any of these leaders? If you do, why do you admire them? What have they done that makes you want to admire them? What have they done that inspires you? Nelson Mandela. Queen Elizabeth II. Mother Teresa. Then there are leadership styles, and basically there are 3 leadership styles. There's the autocratic or the authoritarian, which is a leadership style characterized by individual control over all decisions and little input from group meetings. Autocratic leaders typically make choices based on their ideas and judgments and rarely accept advice from followers. Do it this way, do it my way. Then you've got democratic or participative leaders. And this is where individuals who would typically be considered unequal by hierarchical standards have shared power and decision making. Democratic leaders emphasise collaboration and a free flow of ideas. What do you think we should do to the team? Is the question. Then you've got delegated, also known as free rein, also known as laissez-faire leadership style. And this is a type of leadership style in which leaders are hands-off and allow group members to make the decisions. Do this or do that as you see fit. However, researchers have found that this leadership style leads to the lowest productivity among group members. When we look at a leader and comparing to a boss, what are some of the differences? A boss demands, a leader coaches. A boss relies on authority, a leader relies on goodwill. A boss issues ultimatums. However, a leader generates enthusiasm. A boss says I, leader says we. A boss uses people and takes credit. A leader develops people and gives credit. A boss places blame. A leader accepts the blame. The boss says go. The leader says let's go. The boss says my way is the only way. The leader recognises strength in team unity. Now let's review the leadership theories. And I'm just going to review a few, which I put here. There are essentially 7, but there are many more. So theories of leadership include the great man theory. And this states that leaders are exceptional people born with innate qualities and are destined to lead. The term man was patriarchal and intentional when the theory was first generated. And great man theory basically is a hero who accomplishes goals against all odds for his followers. Then you've got trait theories, and these evolved from the great man theory, and it states that born leaders possess the correct qualities and traits and are better suited to leadership. This theory often identifies behavioural characteristics that are common in leaders. Examples of traits include intelligence, self-confidence, integrity, and determination. Leadership traits and skills include being adaptable, ambitious, assertive, cooperative, decisive, dependable, dominant, energetic, persistent, self-confident, and assuming responsibility. The skills are that they're clever, conceptually skilled, creative, diplomatic, and tactful, fluent in speaking, knowledgeable, organised, persuasive, and socially skilled. Behavioural theory pertains to leadership and is a big leap from trait theory. It assumes leadership capability can be learned by teaching and observation rather than being born with or inherent. And it's based on the principle that behaviours can be conditioned and great leaders are made, not born. Look at Albert Einstein, Oprah Winfrey, Walt Disney. Then you have charismatic theory. Charismatic theory states that charismatic leadership is a trait-based leadership theory, which emphasises that the leader's ability to convince followers to walk towards a specific vision, reach real greatness through successfully driving change and improvement in difficult situations. Examples were Martin Luther King, a civil rights activist; Mahatma Gandhi, an inspirational leader in India; Winston Churchill, Prime Minister of Great Britain during the Second World War; Nelson Mandela, South Africa, racial activist. Then you've got transactional theory, and this is a leadership style that was first described by Max Weber in 1947. And transactional leaders are people who value order and structure. Examples include many high-level members of the military, General George Van Patten, Second World War; CEOs of large international companies, look at Facebook, and NFL coaches or coaches of any big sporting teams. Then you have transformational theory. And this is a theory of leadership where a leader works with teams to identify needed change, creating a vision to guide the change through inspiration. These leaders inspire individuals to develop trust and encourage creativity and personal growth. The individuals develop a sense of purpose to benefit the group, organisation or society without thoughts of self-interest or rewards. So what are leadership principles then? What are some of the principles that govern leadership? Well, leadership principles are to know yourself and seek self-improvement, to be technically proficient, seek responsibility and take responsibility for your actions, make sound and timely decisions and set an example, be a role model. Know your staff and look out for their well-being, or your colleagues. Keep your staff or colleagues informed. Develop a sense of responsibility in your staff and your colleagues. Ensure that tasks are understood, supervised and accomplished. Train the staff as a team and use the full resources available from your organisation. So if we review, can you name 3 leadership qualities that we should strive for as good leaders? The qualities are to be honest, to delegate, communicate, be confident, be committed, be positive, be creative, and inspire, be empathetic, be accountable, enthusiastic, have focus and drive, and be responsible. Can you name 4 leadership factors that we've mentioned in this workshop? The 4 leadership factors are the follower, the leader, communication, and situation. Can you name the leadership style which advocates shared power in decision making to individuals who would typically be considered unequal by hierarchical standards? What do you think we should do, team? Which leadership style? Correct. The democratic or participative. Now let's review mentoring briefly. What's mentorship? Mentorship is a long-term, supportive, protected relationship between 2 people. It's where knowledge, skills and experiences are shared and results are measured in terms of confidence gain. Well, what's a mentor then? A mentor is a person who has expertise in the areas of need identified by the mentee and is willing to share and is able to share their wisdom in a supporting way. Well, what's the mentee? The mentee is someone seeking guidance in developing specific competencies, self-awareness and skills. Mentorship, mentor, mentee. So what are good mentor attributes? Well, it's important to be a good listener, be available and responsive, to inspire trust through words and actions, respect confidentiality, give advice and share experiences without forcing decisions, encourage independence, demonstrate confidence, and put it into the mentee. And it doesn't deny the mentor's own knowledge. They can be ignorant in certain subjects. What are good mentee attributes? Well, as a mentee, you ask questions and you learn from your mistakes. You accept responsibilities and criticism graciously, constructive criticism, hopefully. Considerate to the mentor's time, because they have other things to do as well, and they're appreciated, and all help provided. They demonstrate and strive for excellence. They contribute personal knowledge and skills to the organisation, company, knowledge base, and systems. So here's a question to consider. Are mentors and preceptors the same thing? You choose true or false from the following. True or false? Mentorship occurs over time. Preceptorship has a time limit. True. Mentorship occurs over a long period of time. Preceptorship is time limited. True or false? Mentorship has a termination date. Preceptorship is ongoing. That's false. Mentorship is ongoing. Preceptorship has a termination date. You can have mentors for a lifetime. True or false? Mentorship is pursued by the mentee. Preceptorship is assigned. That's true. The mentee usually chooses the mentor. True or false? Mentorship shares personal experiences. Preceptorship fine-tunes skills. That's true. Mentorship relationships are work-related. Preceptorship relationships may be personal, academic, or work-related. True or false? That's false. It's the reverse. Preceptorship is typically work-related. Mentorship is personal, academic, and work-related. Mentorship or preceptorship? Mentorship occurs over time, has no termination date, is sought out by the mentee, teachers networking, shares personal experiences because experiences are personal. Mentoring relationship may be personal, academic, or work-related. Preceptorship has got a time limit. There's a termination date, and it's assigned. There's a reason why you are allocated a preceptor. It's a formalised orientation, it assists in tuning skills, and it offers suggestions, and it's work-related. An extension of that would be role modelling. What is role modelling? What is a role model? A role model is an individual who's looked up to and revered by someone else. Someone other individuals aspire to be like, either in the present or in the future. Look at Florence Nightingale. You may aspire to be like her. It possesses qualities that we would like to have in those who have affected us in a way that makes us want to be better people, better healthcare providers, better nurses. What are some of the attributes related to a positive role model? Well, taking an interest in people, spending time with people. They can be students, they can be trainees. Being enthusiastic, patient, providing clear explanations. Being versatile, with learner-centered teaching style. Providing constructive feedback, demonstrating clinical reasoning. Facilitating patient interaction and learning opportunities, and identifying opportunities for reflection. Positive role model strategies can be being conscious of body language, facial expressions, and eye contact. Smiling, be friendly, introduce yourself. Show enthusiasm for the nursing profession and discuss nursing in a positive light. Provide the patient with quality care, be a patient advocate, and encourage the student to do the same. Offer constructive criticism, feedback. Constructive feedback is a better term. Criticism has a negative implication, but we still use that term. I don't really want to discuss too many things about negative role models because that's not what we're here to promote. But be aware Negative role model attributes can be making derogatory comments. I don't really want to be a nurse. Inappropriate humour about patients or colleagues. Being unfriendly, complaining, expressing anger or frustration. Bitterness or cynicism, being opinionated, lacking confidence and being uncooperative. In the clinical area, you lack knowledge. Teaching abilities, well, you don't remember people. You forget names and faces. You provide criticism, and it's not constructive. You can frighten or be humiliating. You promote unnecessary competition. Negative role model attributes that you should be aware of. And if you have them, you need to do something about them. Everyone in society should be a role model, not only for their own respect, your self-respect, but for the respect from others. So in conclusion, when it comes to leadership, which is part of being a role model, as Ronald Reagan, one of the presidents of the United States, stated, the greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He or she is the one who gets people to do the greatest things. So let's have a review activity. What is mentorship and its relevance? Well, a mentorship is a long-term supportive protective relationship between two individuals where you share knowledge, skills and experience. Name 4 positive attributes for a good mentor. And again, I hope that you have them. You listen, you're available, you inspire trust, you respect confidentiality, you give advice, and you share your experiences, good and bad. You encourage independence and demonstrate confidence and put it into the mentee. And you don't deny your own ignorance. What are 4 positive attributes for a role model? The 4 positive attributes can be taking an interest in your students, trainees, patients. Spending time with patients, students, trainees. Being enthusiastic, patient, providing clear, structured explanations. Being versatile and learner-centred in your teaching style. Providing constructive feedback. Demonstrating clinical reasons, evidence-based practice. Facilitating patient interaction and learning opportunities, and identifying opportunities for reflection. That's the end of this Learn Shop. Thanks again. Now check out some of the other Dr Manny Learn Shops on YouTube. If you found these of any benefit, a positive response would be to recommend them to your colleagues and subscribe. Bye for now. See you in another Learn Shop.